Hey all, we're doing a little audio check.
Mm-hmm. We are making sure our voices are working, even though sometimes it doesn't,
Yes.
I guess,
Hey all,
would be the
we're
way to
doing
put
a
it.
little audio check.
Mm-hmm. We are making sure our voices are working, even though sometimes it doesn't,
Okay, that all looks
I
good.
guess.
I'm removing the little echo, but from me listening to ourselves.
Yeah.
So that should be good. Hey,
Yay!
hey world, we haven't broadcast in a while. We'll
Hey.
start shortly. We'll go back into the base level. I'm getting audio from. Where am I getting audio from? Oh, do I have a YouTube open somewhere? I probably do. I
I mean, I have
do.
YouTube open and I can hear us being broadcast.
I had a YouTube open somewhere. Now I don't.
Oh,
I'm like, where's that weird echo
we
coming
should both
from?
have YouTube open.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Very good. Now I just have it in existence on my tablet, which is fine. This is fine. All is good. Uh, just for another little systems check here, we'll go into do Windows capture. Not
Mm-hmm.
our subject for today. We can cover this
We're gonna get there in a
another
minute.
day. Um, and I'll see if it updates okay. Oh wow, that window is kind of big, but I can kind of resize that on the fly, perhaps. But if you go to the Otakon page, and then you click on the top on attend, which
Mm-hmm.
you can't quite see here the way this is cropped. We'll see here. I'm going to do this, and then do you disappear if I do this?
I
Not
evaporate out of
yet.
space and time.
Doesn't look like it. It seems okay. So then I can actually like go to here and go to overlay and actually make it a little smaller for things if I need to. Okay, great. That's good to know. It since it exists in the other window, it doesn't get as confused. So if we go to attend and then we go to a cheat sheet, you can scroll on down. This is so big. It almost looks like it was opened for like uh what do you call it? Mobile, or it might be just a it might be because I'm looking at it on a huge TV. And then you click on Dollhouse. This
Yes.
is the project that has taken up most of my waking hours since
Oh, yes.
the beginning of January. Donk, donk.
It's so cool to see it up on the official website.
Yeah.
You're
So
making it happen, my guy.
what this thing is this is Otakon is now hosting a whole room for us. And you can
We're
check out
at a convention of many hundreds people.
many hundreds of people, and this is going to it's gonna have a whole room and panels and meetups. So it exists here now. So
My dear, I
uh
have a quick question.
mm-hmm.
I think my video isn't live anymore on the live stream. I no longer am in that position.
Okay, I know why.
Oh,
uh,
there we are.
yeah, it likes to be confused when the window isn't active. So by me making this bigger over that window, it was like I can't capture that window anymore. So now I
Okay.
know I can't do that. But when I moved it over, it seems to play nice. So that's why I like
Okay, good.
three screens. Three screens.
Dude,
And
that's my like live broadcast. Can you imagine what the room looks like for live broadcast of actual television?
yeah.
Because that's like such high stakes shit.
Says there's three watching. That might be you, me, and also Ningyo Bingo. Um,
It's very possible. Well, we haven't started, so that's not
yeah.
silly.
No, no. So now I can take this back over here and I can do my halvesies. And we can just, oops, not that. Donk. Not, how can I have it highlighted and it's still like, no, I hate you. But anyway, if you're here early, you get to see that part. You get to see the little chatty, testy part as we poke things around. Actually, that almost looks better. It's kind of formatted for mobile a lot. So yeah, if you're going to Otakon or you're thinking about going to Otakon, or if you're in the area, you can check us out there. We're going to go ahead and go into the waiting room, and we will see you in like a minute.
Yay.
Side by side. Hi, I'm Rebecca,
And I'm Lindsay,
and this is Ningyo Bingo,
where you keep collecting dolls.
but you never seem to win the game. You made it. You did it.
I did. I did a whole intro. I remembered my line.
There was a moment of your
said
brain
my
going.
line.
I saw your brain going, I know what goes here, but now I'm doubting myself.
Great, because that's exactly what's going in. I was like, this is what I say now. I know what I say now. Is it? Am I doing? For a moment, I was worried I was saying the outro as opposed to the intro. I did not have the confidence to tell you which one I was. So I was like, I'm going to. Words are coming out of my mouth, and even as I was speaking them, I'm like, I don't know if this is right, actually.
Well, whatever it is, we're live, baby.
This is what live content's all about. People love it when you are very shenanigans anyway.
So,
6 watching. Yeah, people.
yeah, I cross-posted like crazy because that's
Yay!
what I does. That's what I does. That's what I does.
That's the business.
I didn't do like the business that just sucks money. It's fine.
Business with a little b, not a big B.
Yeah, business with
B.
business of self-satisfaction through way too many projects.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we'll do the quick shout out again. Just to let anybody know, if you are on the Otakon webpage and you click
Guess
on
what?
a 10,
We're also there.
and you click on cheat sheet, then you scan down to here, you get to click on this thing called the dollhouse. When you click on that, you get to see the programming that Ningyo Bingo, Kitten Cat Doll Shop, Shizu-san, and Demi, Batman Jackson are producing for Otakon.
Not only are we producing project, content, we are going to have an entire room that is
Yes.
ours. We
Yes.
are in it. It is ours. We're claiming it. There's a map. We have made a whole map. We have submitted documents. We have had approvals. We have things being provided.
I signed a contract.
Contract was signed.
Yeah.
We are officially part of the programming.
Yes. So it's going to be a whole room that you can go there and take pictures of your dolls. There will be an educational museum. And there's actually going to be also a doll customization contest. So if you want to know more about that, you get to click on this little link right down here. And now that I can see where it is. And you get to learn more about that. But today, we're here to talk about something different.
A different convention.
A totally different convention, which...
convention to convention, other convention, not our convention. Becca went to it, but we're not in the programming. It's different.
Well, not this time. I mean, we're not in the programming, but I did get to make little giveaways for them this time, which was very, very fun.
Oh, that's right. I remember you were working on a whole bunch of little guys.
Yeah, so before we get ahead of ourselves, the convention we're talking about is New York City Doll Convention.
New York City Doll Convention.
And this is the one that doesn't look as nice when I, let's see, what will happen if
Try
I
to put it inside a little tiny window and it doesn't want to align or smush correctly.
Yeah, it's okay. We're just
Being
gonna
weird about it.
live edit this thingy, bonk, and we go bonk. We'll be doing
Big
this.
bonk.
We'll be doing this throughout because we're pros. And everything.
That is a bruise too.
Yeah.
This is how you know that we're homemade.
Yeah.
As opposed to store-bought.
Yeah, definitely exactly that. Exactly this.
Right.
So, New York City Doll Convention, let's see, I wrote like a rough thing. So this is their second year, and we went. Well, I went. Lindsay stayed home.
You went. I haven't been there yet.
Next year, maybe.
We'll see what's happening financially.
I know. Well, which is a great point, right? So, tickets, right? Tickets were, does it say here? We won't sell them at the door.
All they say is sold out, I suppose.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, as I remember, the tickets were $145. Let's see if I can scroll down long enough that I can see the ticket prices as they listed them. The ticket prices, I think, were $145 for VIP. And, well, there we go. We can see that is the donation that I put together. Alith Arts art. And then I printed these little kits. I actually already received an email asking a little bit about construction and putting them together on one of the Ningo Bingo Instagram accounts.
That's right.
Because I totally have two Instagram accounts because I didn't want the one with the underscore or the one without the underscore to be taken by someone else because people be mean.
Yeah.
But
that's very cool. How long did it take you to print out, like, first of all, how many did you make? And how long did it take you to make?
I made 20 kits. And
that's a lot, Becca.
They were tiny kits. So these are 50% of a normal scale kit, which normal scale. Thanks, child. Just put your butt into the microphone.
That's where his butt belongs, obviously.
Well, at least he didn't knock over the drink I was drinking. I mean, he's standing on the cord. This is fine. Everything's fine.
It is fine. You're okay.
I'd prefer he sit on me because then I know where he is.
You know, that's a very fair point.
Okay, so I think I started like November-y or October-y. Just kind of bits and pieces here and there. And Cat. Jesse's home, so Cat went boop. So then as it started getting cold, and then it was very hard to make these kits. Part of it was like figuring out proof of concept. If I print it that small, will it even work? and then just fighting temperatures with the printer, which made things a little harder. There's a lot of people out there with these little kits. To my dismay, right as I was doing my final little assembly and checking, it's like I realized at 50%, most of the commonly purchased magnets won't fit in there.
Oh no! That's not what you wanted?
So my instructions were, put some sticky tack in. It's good enough. It's a little fun kit. You know.
And it was part of the raffle, right? So it wasn't necessarily like a...
Actually, these ones were done as prizes instead of the raffle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I got to see one when I went up for BJD bingo, and I got to win one thing, which was the bingo, and which is appropriate for our namesake.
Yes. No, that is very on brand. Very well done.
And I forgot to bring that outfit over. Oh well, that's fine. It'll be in the big picture that I have. And I got to see one of them there, so I'm very happy with that, and thank you to Aleph Art for allowing Patreons to print as many as they want and do what they like with that. And of course I asked permission as well, but point being is somewhere here we should, if we go back far enough into last year, unless I just have to use the Wayback Machine for a second. Might be the easiest way, to be honest. Let's use the Wayback Machine for a second. We're going to go local side by side. And while I do some typing, we'll start with getting there. So we're in I'm in the Philly area, like surrounding area. So last time, we had always loved to go to Mitsuwa and stuff whenever we went to New York, but we realized this actually, when we didn't do that this time, it's so much easier to get to Manhattan because it's like more south. So I didn't have to go up to go down, more kind of, sort of. So that actually made that easier, which is great. And the location of the venue, let's see, do we have captures? Saved 4 times. We're going to click on 2025.
It was down in Industry City, right?
Yeah, so it's at Industry City. Industry City I'll show in just a moment, because we should have, data retrieved. Window capture. Thank you, Wayback Machine. So, December 2025 weekend pass for, this should be the September 2025. Yeah, that should be the ones for the 2026 convention. Yeah, but this still says 2026 here, so that should be right if it's all pulling their data. So that is in fact what we were paying for convention this year. So
it's really not so bad for a convention in general.
Though my brain is wondering why my brain thought 145. 2-day class. Wonder if Eventbrite will still link to it. Oh yeah, it doesn't like it. Sale ended. Does it say how much they were? No, that's fine. But anyway, so that gives you an idea. And then with that 125 in mind, we can talk a little bit about what was in the bag and things like that. But yeah, it was at Industry City, which I totally had open in another thing. Program, venue and travel. There is totally a nice little map where you click on right here and it brings up the Industry City map. So there's all these fun things, but I think it's more telling to look at the map here. Can I rotate this son of a gun? Yes,
It's a good question to ask.
I can. The better question is, can I do that and move it to the side without losing you?
How many balls can I juggle at the same time?
Okay. All right. Here we go. So,
My impression is that these are like large, like block long buildings that the interior are filled with a whole bunch of different kinds of stores and retail spaces and things like that.
exactly down. So these two dark gray lines. That's basically the highway that you get in on, and there's
Oh,
like
278, right?
you assume much of me.
I pulled it up on Google Maps. It looks like 278 gets you from Jersey into there. So yes, it's 278. So actually, by car, like weirdly accessible for a New York City location.
Yeah, which was kind of great actually. It was great. And then there was one hotel over here which was called the L, and then a little further out, there was one that was called just like a block or two to the left. Relative to here, to the left, was the one I stayed at, which was called the Liberty View, Brooklyn. And indeed, the term Liberty View is because when you look from where these numbers are and out this direction, towards the south or bottom of this image, that's towards the water, and you can in fact see the Statue of Liberty from there.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, so it's very iconic for New York, which is neat. Granted, it's itty bitty, but you can still see it. Like,
it is technically there and visible, so the name is technically correct.
Right. So, there's so many stores and things in here, which made it really good and really easy to go out and grab food and do things and come back. And of particular note for all us weebs was Japan Village.
Oh, that's right. But they were talking about how Japan Village is right there.
Yeah, and then we also had let's see, there was a Bandai. It's called Bandai something store. I wrote notes. I wrote notes. Bandai Reach, Bandai something. Well, it's a Bandai something store. Doesn't matter.
What matters is that there's a lot of things adjacent to the hobby interests that are right there.
Yeah.
You're also next to a bunch of like great food. There's this giant cemetery is also there. Different dog park. There's like parks, things. It's like a proper stay somewhere and do stuff place.
Yeah. Salem System Hood, hello from the chat. Industry City also has a lot of manufacturing, artisans, craftsmen, designers who have their products and offices based there. Emphasis on production. There's a whole little section there cool. That's like, there was I saw like a weaver section and a leather making person. It's really cool. There was also a sake brewery there.
Really? I bet Jesse enjoyed that piece. It feels like a Jesse thing.
It was a contest between if I would spend more money on food or doll stuff. I'm not even joking.
You are officially in New York City now.
Yeah, because I spent $90 drinking sake, and we didn't even buy a bottle to bring home, which is a shame. But by the time we were done, we just really needed to get out of there. Then we also went to Waka. I think it was called Waka. These are alphabetical, right? Yeah, Waku Waku Izakaya, and we got chicken yakitori.
Becca, I want to go to Oh my god, I know Waku Waku Izakaya with you. That sounds great.
And hopefully I like this venue. There is more room for it to grow out. We know this.
Ooh, there's room. That's nice for a baby convention.
Now, granted, I say this with this caveat. There is more room to grow out, but it is because, like, we were in, I think it was this end portion of 5. Well, it was 5 or 6 or 4. Either way, we were kind of like on one of these little end bitty bits here. But then,
By the way, hi Louisa. Always lovely to see you as well.
and then you came out and up and down, and there was basically two conjoined, like, two conjoined places here. It was like a conjoined room that just kind of had one of those felt dividers, and that was the panel rooms. So it wasn't directly there.
Oh.
It was kind of fun in a way because you got to walk through general populace to hit the other part of the convention, but in a less annoying way than the Zenkai Con where you're walking outside and if the weather's crappy, oops.
At least you're inside the whole time.
Yeah, and the weather was on and off that time. Most of the rain was actually, the rainy, drizzly, sunky stuff was getting in there on Friday. And Friday's when I ate most of the good food, because that was when I had most of my time to do that. I had this terrible problem. I can get rid of the Wayback Machine. And I can get rid of
What was your
Otakon.
terrible problem, Becca?
My terrible problem was I didn't have time to eat.
Even though the convention only like went till 6 on the Saturday, you were still kind of crunched.
Well, it's VIP open.
Right.
And then you're shopping and sitting and doing all of that. And you already ate. You ate on the way in, right? There was
Right,
like
yeah.
an 8 a.m. breakfast, which was kind of a cruddy breakfast at the Liberty View, if I'm to be honest. I'm hoping the people at the L had a better one. If you're going to have eggs, have the eggs be warm.
Ew. So, disappointing breakfast, very exciting and engaging event space. In there, hit the floor. It sounds like, from what you're talking about, it really felt like you could spend that full, like, 8-hour day in there.
Just constantly going. I looked at the schedule, and what a lot of us did was outlined every single thing that we were going to do. What that didn't end up having any time for was eating. I went to Target ahead of time and bought snackies, which is a shame because there was so much good and great food there that I would have loved to have more time to shove in my face, but I just didn't have the time for it. So if you look at this, if I pass the shopping, and we'll talk about the VIP hour in a moment, it was from the vinyl doll meetup to the doll maker enthusiast meetup, which Momo, I'll do local center for a second. So for those meetups, I had Momo, and then I had Cloud, because I do have a doll that I've made now, which is kind of crazy.
Isn't that a cool thing to be able to be like, I made that. I did all the things on that. I made it.
I did this.
I adapted a whole thing.
Then
I made his legs 16 times.
Not inaccurate.
I was almost like, I made his legs 4 times. I'm like, it wasn't 4 times. It was not 4 times.
Then I went to Angel Toast Presents. Then I went to BJD Bingo. Then I went to the Face Up tutorial. And then I went to the Not So Basics of Joint Making.
So you were, it sounds like you really spent a lot of time in the workshops, the
panels.
Like learning panels, yeah.
And this is a prime convention to go and just panel, and you don't even have to shop that much, but of course the vendors in the convention will be happy if you shop, because that means they come back, and tables for the vendors were $275 each. So of course, like, that helps pay for the convention, pays for the convention center and things like that. And also,
yeah, 275 is like, this is like dealer's room, professional dealer's room kind of prices. This is not, they don't have, like, if you're coming at this from experiencing an anime convention, American anime convention style, there is no artist alley and then dealers. It is the dealers who are paying professional prices for their wares to be sold. who are businesses, even though if they might be single proprietor businesses. And then there is the volunteer side is the panels, the workshops, and the meetups and things like that. Is my impression. Would that sound about right?
Yeah, precisely so. And then if we look at day 2, it's regrettably short, but also I understand they need to. It closes at 4, but it's probably they have access to about the same amount of time that day, but they need to actually clear out.
Well, you have to leave, and you have to leave it in a certain state.
Yes.
And that is not easy after a whole event has happened in a space. Loading in is one thing. Loading out is different.
Yeah. And then you have to do you have to do a room clear, and then all the artists are much more comfortable packing up their stuff, because otherwise there's things condensed into tiny little packages that hold a lot of value. You don't want that until, the room clear happens.
And then there's the pack out for them, and there's a lot of logistics happening in the shadows behind the convention about moving things from one place to another.
Yeah. Briefly, we can look at the schedule for day 2. And if you can see this, it was 9 a.m. open, and it was 8 a.m. breakfast, which I opted for cereal that day. Plus, we had cheesecake that we bought on sale from the Japanese market at the
Japanese cheesecake.
Yeah, it was on sale. It was good, and it was much better than what was on offer at
Excellent
hotel. They had Folgers instant coffee, and most telling is that there was a second button that said stronger. It's like, if you need to hit that second button, there's something wrong with the first one.
It sounds like, in terms of the hotel's expectations, they're not expecting the glitzy tourists to be in their midst. It's the
shower
we're here because it's helpful.
The shower was amazing. The hotel room size was about the size of what do you call it? Toyoko in-room.
Yes,
and from Japan, for those that understand. It is, you have your bed, you have a 2 to 3 foot walking space around the bed, you have a little bit of storage at the end of the bed, and the bed was very soft. Very, very soft.
This is a business person stay over, is what it sounds like.
Yes, that's what this is designed for, which was fine, because I was doing a business person. I was only there for 2 nights, so it was going to be fine.
You were barely in the hotel. Anyway.
I was there to sleep. So this next day was 8 a.m. breakfast, cheesecake, and also I took my medicine. I started taking the Strattera. Yay. You do what you need to do for your own mental health. Pursue your happiness and wellness. But working for me, but if you take it, a lot of people get nauseous, within an hour or 2 afterwards.
You need to take it a certain way.
Yeah, so food first, so whatever you eat stays.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that worked out better. Then this day was Doll Jeopardy, and I did a walk around first. I might have even done my video at that point in time, just so I'd get one done. A lot had sold out and down by then, so there was stuff that I couldn't get on video because it was already gone. Then I went to the then I walked around again, actually. And that's actually what led me to have a little bit of time this day to...
Is that what you called me?
That might have been when I called you, and I did some proxy shopping for you at Logan.
Very kind.
Dolls. And then I also ran really quickly to my husband and then back about 30 minutes into the Volks meet. And then I went to synthetic wig styling, cutting, and care. We'll go into the pictures and then we'll talk about it a little bit more. Salem Sisterhood mentioned that there's a famous blacksmith and weapons shop in Industry City. Famous before he was on that, Fortune Fire Show, and won once, maybe twice. Super cool dude, and can be found at his shop. I think I saw that shop in there. And actually, I do recall Jesse saying, yeah, find me so we can go eat. I'm by the blacksmith. And then I had to go to the Industry City map and figure out where that was. It has a little bit of same face stuff as you walk and go through here. There's a Daiso.
You always need a Daiso.
I was
Tax is
forbidden from
important.
going into the Daiso because all those one or two $5 things ends up being like
I know.
$60 by the time I'm done.
So
Um,
funny how walk in and you're like, I'm gonna spend like I need one thing, $5, I'm out. And then you're like, how did I spend $50? How?
yeah.
They have like quality small things.
So
So it sounds like a lot of your time was spent in the workshops and the meetups themselves, in the like the social aspects and like meeting up with people and being able to make those connections and express your like enjoy things with other people.
yes.
And that is much like the dealers was that more of like you did a deep dive skim and then you were satisfied, or like how did that feel
Ah.
for you in terms of like balancing out your time?
So what the dealers felt like was that I saw things that I wanted. I got to Tianba late because I I saw the crowds around it and I didn't they were like 3 deep and I didn't want to push through that. So I'm like I'll come to it later, and then I was babysitting some other people's stuff at this table that we kind of staked out for ourselves, kind of not staked out. It's like chairs were taken by people, but we also had like a few bags on the table while other people shopped around and made things easier. And then eventually I swapped and I took two heads, and then I shopped for eyes. And there was a few things that I like got to the end, and raffle ticket sales ended at 1 p.m. and I was like 2 minutes late for buying extra raffle tickets.
No, because you have
Um,
to like on default with the bags, as if I recall correctly.
yeah, so I had a few with the VIP bags, but I was kind of in constant go mode.
Yeah.
So with my constant go mode, I never really stopped until that point to grab more tickets because I hadn't really sat there and considered what was in the raffle and if I wanted to try a little
Yeah.
harder for any of it. And
Yeah.
oopsie. So, oh well.
Well, I feel like you still got ahead somehow.
Yeah, well, so then at that point, when I came back after the thing I did at 1 o'clock, I came back and I had time, and I even had some time as they were calling auction things, and then I used the money that I would have used on raffle tickets to buy shore things from the vendors, so it's fine.
Oh, we're
So, uh, this is at the Bandai store, which is the basically that meme of I'm going to buy my friend a friend, and then he's lonely too, so he needs a friend, and then and I just really like that.
I really enjoy them just seeing all of the scales next to each other. Oh gosh, a photo booth. That's so cute.
Yeah, so you can take your little like Nendos or stuff of tiny dolls into the Bandai store and take a photo.
That's really sweet.
It's very cute. I scored a doll before on Friday. This was on Friday.
I love that you pre-gamed buying dolls.
I somehow pre-gamed buying dolls. This was at the comic store there. They were like, "Yeah, you lucked out. We just put this out last night." But let's see, local center. Yeah, this is Jerica from Gem. My sister always had one, and I was kind of jealous. She apparently, and I never knew this because I was too young to know, she has like a battery thing, and I got to see if it works because I think her.
Oh, does she say things?
No, I think it's just her earrings glow.
Oh, they do the glow. I understand. Yeah.
Because she's got to go Showtime synergy and to have her magical transformation sequence.
That's
If you know what I'm talking about, you might be old. Um,
Might.
depends on depends on your own definitions, but Gem was technically after my generation because let's see, window capture, because it was Gem came out I think in 86.
You mean before your generation?
Yeah, but I got to see Gem because my sister was watching Gem. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And here's some pictures of the Japan Village and the vibes, which were good vibes. Very, very good vibes. And then we snap into day of. I get to the VIP line, and I start to wait. I'm there like an hour-ish early was my plan for the VIP line. There was people lining up for the normal line at the time this VIP
Oh.
line was going. So they had to wait 2 hours. Granted, it was just slightly cold, kind of comfortable. I was actually in shorts. But this
Cool.
little lovely thing, I was next to somebody that I actually just bought because of a conversation I had with my line neighbor. I ended up buying a Chimico body.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oops. No, not a oops. It's the actual body I want for Momo. Like
It's the one that if it had been available, you would have preferred.
yeah. So what they're on right now is the asexual. It should be agender or tenchi or why they didn't call it just boy body because their boy bodies also don't have genitalia. But Volks doesn't have the same understanding of the English language and nomenclature for sexual identity that we do.
They're not thinking in that way.
No, but this little guy, this thing, they bought at Resin Rose, I think they said, and
Yeah.
this is basically a sling made for your doll.
That's so cool.
So you can see it's white lined, and it actually has a little seat belt in there,
Eh.
so you can actually make sure your doll's in place. And of course, I got pictures of Cloud waiting.
He's very dapper.
There was, in fact, somebody dressed up as the mascot. I don't know who
Oh,
they.
it's not a somebody. It's someone's. It's one of the coordinator's mothers.
Is it really?
I follow them on Instagram, so there was a notation somewhere that's one of the moms.
They were so dedicated. By the time we got to the stairwell, they did not remove their mask to go up yon stairwell. No, they kept it on. So
Of course not. That is
About-
not the way of the mascot. You don't reveal yourself just because of stairs. That is not what you do.
so
Honestly.
so we about 10 minutes until go time.
It's Salem's sister Sid's mother.
Oh my god, it was your mom.
She was dedicated. Give her. I know she probably got all of the great feedback for how she did.
Let's
but
give a
all the
nice little
photos
applause
were
to
great.
two
Yes.
mothers, yeah, and particularly Salem's sisterhood's mom. Very good.
Oh my god, that was the most beautiful thing. I love the bit. It was so good. I wasn't there. I was just watching Instagram, and every time she appeared on the Instagram, I was just a little happy.
So about 10 minutes before they brought us in and we did a little line management. Initially people don't do things in time unless people are told sometimes. So initially people just kind of wrapped in.
Correct.
And then I said, hey, let's hug the outside wall so that we can keep the inner lane open for people going up and down. And they're like, okay. And then everybody just kind of did it really fast because there wasn't that many people. So it was like perfect.
No, that's what you need line people. Like in my experiences with Otakon, for example, one of the things to do as one of the volunteers, a job is just to float around and do traffic management.
Yes.
A friend of mine would do that work and would like use their her big voice to just like clear the paths. You just need someone to tell people because otherwise they're not going to independently think of it.
Yeah. And sometimes it's just like, hi, keep fire doors open. Actually, don't block any door. We like you. Thank you for complying.
Also, like, please leave room for a wheelchair if someone needs one.
Yeah, wheelchair wise, there was
Yeah, like how
more.
accessible did the space seem to feel? 'Cause I remember talking about the other one, and it was just due to the circumstances of old buildings and it being like the first venue they could achieve. It wasn't super easy.
There was a lot more room this time, and room between aisles, room between everything, room in the hallways, plus an elevator that was like an access elevator that you could go up and down. One of the first things that I experienced as I came up, actually, just through these doors into this main area, right behind me, they're like, hey, pardon, for our mobility access person, could they just come right here between you guys in line? Thank you very much. So they like kind of knew about when they came in and filtered them in through the line for the VIP line. So this is an image of people filtering in right about here at the pillar. One person scanned the badge. You went on through the badge by the badge. I mean,
Nice.
they scanned your 2D barcode on your ticket, which you could print out. The ticket, because it was an Eventbrite, you could actually put it right to your wallet for Apple. Ended up getting these guys, which is the most affordable version of multiple year kind of thing I could see, where if they have more of these, right, it doesn't say the year on it, and if they have more of these, then they can just keep using year to year. Is this card easy to counterfeit? I would say no, because it's a two-sided card.
That's a little bit harder than like just print out on a printer.
Yeah. Could somebody do it if they were determined? Probably. But it's not as counterfeit proof as like the plastic ones, but I think we were. I don't know how much anyone would be going crazy
right now.
Not yet. Not yet. So there was this lovely display by Ethereal Dolls that they created. Ethereal Girl, sorry. And soon, this is their first glimpse at the male model that they will be releasing soon. So it's in progress right now. Such a beautiful display, right? And it was right in front of their table. Then, let's see. Somehow that got mixed in. Oh, no, wait, that's right. I can't rotate it, though, which is a shame, but that's fine. I forgot to rotate one image. This is the image of the free table as it existed at the beginning. Free table kind of gets very, very, very much shorter and shorter and shorter on actual items as you get through the con.
Gosh, that chair, though.
This one is actually local center. That's this chair.
Oh, good. No, I was about to say, Becca, I swear to God. You get it. Go get it. That better have been in your hands.
I had to carry it around the entire day. You're going to see some funny photos because of that.
Look, I feel like being able to be there and get such a nice piece for free, this is the payment. And that's like I feel like that's fair payment for picking up something so nice.
And you give and take from the table. The idea is you put things down, you take things up.
Down, you take it up.
Yeah. I needed that for my display at Thy Geekdom because I wanted a park benchy kind of thing that I didn't have to make. But there was a smaller park bench, but it's not big enough. There's other park benches there, and I would love to know where they made them, actually. But I don't know if I could afford buying one right now anyway. What I also put on the tables and then picked up my extras at the end like a polite person so they would have less to clean up, right? Is the Otakon promo, of course, right?
Oh yes, very good, thank you.
Yes.
A+. This is the place to do the advertising.
Yeah, so it was there for grabbies, and I saw things like that the previous year, so is what made me think of it. This is an image of the, I think it's called the Greek. Oh, wait. I need to go back to window capture. This is an image of the Greek body, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I wish I could own one, but that's okay. Huge hips and things. You'll see another better picture later, but trust me when I say it's amazing. It's Moose something BJD, and you'll see videos later. They're like a dealer, and they are doing that. In my kit, and also handed to me separately as well, is the little tiny badges.
That's
yes.
So cute. Oh, Salem Sisterhood is saying Taobao is where they got the benches from the con, that they actually fold flat.
Oh, heck yeah, thank you.
That's so cool.
That's so perfect. I shouldn't spend money because I just got a free one, but We'll see. I then got eyes for Cloud, but then I realized they kind of make him look like Light from Death Note because they're so the
Oh, they're so tight. The pupils are rather small.
yeah, and I started like
Yeah,
as
and
we were
his eye shape is kind of in that same
yeah,
place.
and then I was like looking around at everybody around me, and I was like looking at their eyes, and I'm like, yeah, most people's eyes like the iris almost touches the bottom eyelid, and it doesn't look right. And then there was a lot of like photography that was happening when I put those new eyes in, and I'm like, oh well, this is fine. Which led us into this was the anime meet table, which was very fun. Down in center there, we got Momo doing their best at looking like a little guy. We got a good mix between. There's actually
Yeah,
two.
Momo's like cute. That was a cute outfit. You had everybody was in cute outfits, but yeah.
Yeah, this is
so
actually
good.
the same head sculpt, and then we have a mix between Smart Doll and there's some Smart Doll. There's some obviously Volks. I was trying to see. I don't know. There's a lot of resin brands that have like anime faces now, but I think it was billed as the Vinyl Doll meetup. So I think if they said anime
Oh wait,
style,
hold on. Oh, there are two at least Toy Foxes.
yes,
right there. Tiny
definitely.
Foxes. That little guy though with the horns, she's so precious.
Was it this
Oh,
one?
she's an A zone. She's an A zone.
Ah, yeah. So
I think. All right, I take it back. I think it's an A zone. I might be wrong.
that's okay. There's so many now,
The
and
little tiny foxes though. I love that spooky cat. I also have her.
we had this person with a lovely custom arm, and they said they
Oh, look
kind
at
of created
that.
like a little bit of it is mechanical, but then you can see it starts to being strung down here for our winter warrior,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And look at the
That's
vest
very
and
fun.
everything like that. They did such a great,
Yeah.
an awesome job. This is where Cloud had a million
Explain the bench.
photos.
The bench
Like-
of lore.
The bench is. I had to bench press the entire day with this thing. There was one point
Wow,
where I
you-
was just
that's
like
strong.
carrying him in front of me
Mhm.
on the bench, and I felt like I should just build like a ski lift that they could like be fastened into that I can
Put it around
wrap
your
around.
neck?
Yeah, I mean like they have Baby Bjorn things, but maybe make it look more like a ski lift. It was definitely at one point I had my like day two I had my Volks bag on my shoulder and not
Yes.
over my head. It was easy.
Are you feeling it on that shoulder right now?
No, it's not so much that. It's just if you extend your right to left any and you're doing rotations or walking through this place, there's enough of a volume of people that it's a little bit hard.
Yeah.
But a lot of people had the bubble backpacks on. So day one,
Oh, that's a fun way to handle that.
yeah. So day one was bubble backpack, which had Momo and Maya in it, while I carried Cloud, and then Tiny Cloud was in a Barbie fashionista like zip thing on the side, and then in another little zip thing was my little Ritu that I put together that I ended up giving away because somebody was admiring it on the end of day one. I'm like, if you love it so much, and I had the bench and Cloud sitting on the bench, and I was trying to get to food. I'm like, if you like it so much, just unzip it and take it. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I can print another one. You seem happy about that, and you and me enjoy it, and you're the only one that's mentioned it all day. I was planning on putting it on the free table later. Congratulations. A winner is you.
You have the free table.
Yes. I've saved you the in-between. Let's see. So that was, I was carrying a lot on day one. Day two, I pared it down, and most of the stuff got, was being held with a check ticket at the hotel after we checked out. And then I just was carrying, basically just Maya in the one bag, and then Ophelia in my hands. So then I go back to window capture. Great. Bonk. This is the newest face sculpt that one of my friends
Oh, she's
in the
so
Philly
pretty.
area. They just came back from Japan, and we were able to talk about things.
Oh, did they do a dream choice?
They did a dream choice, and they actually, it's 69 resin. They were able to go there, and first 69 resin was doing haircuts and bang trims. Bang trims were $10, haircuts were $25, cuts and styling.
That's a really cool thing to do.
And they were also the person that had this panel here, the synthetic wig styling, cutting, and hair.
That's such a smart idea to provide like very basic level like styling services that you can, because you can do it very quickly if you're doing basic things.
Yeah. So if you look
that's
at
like up there with like the cosplay repair stations.
Yeah.
At Artist Alley.
So if you look at this wig, you can see that the Hime cut is even.
Yeah.
But when you look at the bangs, they go down at an angle.
Oh, because the way they're
These things are cut by humans, and every once in a while somebody makes a mistake.
Someone just does things a little odd. Yes. No.
So, but she has a lovely, more human-style profile and a smaller face that I really love. As opposed to, we were looking at Candy, I believe, and it kind of has like the cat profile, where it kind of comes out and then down and then back.
So cute.
So I like this more than the 90s anime look.
Yeah, no, I think that looks really, really lovely. I'm in a position where I was in Japan this past summer. Not this coming, you get what I mean. And I had like a moment where I just didn't quite have the combination of space in my suitcase, and I didn't quite have the combination of like funds that I still had floating at the end of the trip. But I did go in and look at the Dream Choice, and what I liked, what killed me is they had one of their decors that was perfect. It was this elven purple themed decor in the full like adult body, beautiful face, soft pastel lavenders. I sent you a picture, don't give me this face. And she was perfect. And my friend who was with me, who wasn't a doll person, kind of became one over the course of the trip because I kept going and looking at things. And they were like,
this is the way.
I watched the moment they got it, because they saw this like fairy tale, like beautiful, gorgeous elf situation, and I watched them go from, oh, Lindsay's into this and it's kind of neat, this like artistically interesting, to, oh, and we both walked out without it. But I'm thinking about it still. And if I get a chance again and I can line things up again, I might just remake it, because I made a point of taking a picture of like they tell you what it's made out of.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sculpt, this wig, and I'm like, I'm just gonna take a picture for no reason of the recipe.
And that's usually the decors they let you take pictures of. It's in a picture okay area. And
correct.
And the only hard thing about decord is that every option isn't available at all times, because the winter gets the semi-white skin, and then during the summer, the shorter summer, you get the tan skin. So you can't get it all the time. And then you can't even get your option parts in tan. You have to go to the physical store, or just order them at the time you buy the doll, which is so annoying. Even on her you gotta see what I'm saying, local center. Even on Maya, who's in tan, you can order those parts online during the summer. But I don't think they do that for the vinyl. Thanks, Thierry. But I don't think they do that for the vinyl, but I'm not sure, because I'm not as much of a vinyl head.
Picture, I have so many questions. What is the thing with the double butt, double-legged, connected by a torso?
These guys?
What is happening with these?
These guys?
I am so confused. I saw them on pictures. I saw people talking about them. Seemed like they were either from a table or purchasable. What is this?
Oh, that's just leggery.
Becca.
Yeah?
I need more information.
Bone lace makes leggery.
Oh, okay. This is on purpose. I understand now.
What more information do you require? It's leggery.
I needed to know if it was a bespoke made thing by a person, or someone just taking parts from something else and being silly.
So somewhere middle of last year, Bone Lace posted Leggery on their socials.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of enjoying it a lot, to the point where I think there was one Leggery brought last year, but I can't remember. But definitely by the point this year came along, they had made several Leggeries, which you can see is part art, part meme.
Oh yeah, no, this is you could say they're walking a line of a very particular kind.
And they sold out of their Leggeries that they brought. They brought several.
I'm so glad for them.
Bone Lace is so nice. They're the person I worked with last year on the stringing workshop.
Oh, that's right.
So,
I remember now.
And this year, during the VIP hour, one of the silly things I did during the VIP hour, right, was I talked to Bone Lace about jointing on Cloud. And I'm so thankful to them for that. And then,
are they the ones who made the mascot BJDs?
I don't know. I don't know
I was looking, as we're talking, I'm looking them up so to make sure I get some better context about the beautiful things they make. And I'm wondering.
But this is the Art Ball meetup.
Oh, that's so cool. This is my jam.
Oh, yeah, I should get that corner. This one is a bisque doll, I'm pretty sure. Or porcelain.
Oh, wow.
There was
right
one.
There?
Yeah, I'm thinking, because they brought them to the Art Doll meetup last year too, and I'm thinking that's one of those. There's one vendor there this year, and I'm so bad. There's so many names, so many vendors. All the vendors are listed on the website still. Honestly, just come here. Do this. Even if the Wayback Machine doesn't, copy it all to a Word file or a text file and just start Googling each one. Every one of these is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh, Salem Sisterhood has confirmed. Thank you, Salem Sisterhood, for being our fact checker today. Bone Lace sculpted Jules the pigeon doll.
Oh, I was going to say Salem Sisterhood. They're one of the convention organizers. If I don't,
yes,
I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you want to find new artists, just by scrolling through the webpage, you can kind of scroll through and look at everybody that's donated something or the announcements of vendors, and you can find so many new doll artists in this way. Let's see. Bonk. It kind of went a little sideways, but that's fine. We'll donk. Yeah, okay. There we go. So these were the new VIP little kits. Those were about a $60 value, judging by what was in there. But yeah, so many beautiful, wonderful vendors.
I heard, my impression is they are even smaller than last year.
Yeah, here we can do local center. So I in fact, so this is the size of one of the standard kits. Like was like last year, the tiny kits. So they were still called tiny garage kits. Then here's this one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Then, like, if I can bring it to the camera, that's the face from before, and that's the face. Oh
my god, they're like half, if not less.
They're so tiny.
They're so wee. How are you supposed to put them together? Because I've tried to do the bigger ones, and it's great until a certain point, and then you're like, how?
One of the things they did to improve the kit between then and now is they actually include now little it's little crimpers. So
oh good.
And it was included in a kit that was purchased middle last year too. I'm pretty sure it should be in here somewhere. If not,
that's really nice.
Yeah, like here we go. Here's a little crimper. So between last year and this year, they did that. So
I'm
rather
going to
than
mute myself briefly while the phone is ringing behind me, so
Okay.
everyone else has to hear it.
So rather than having to tie the string, which is kind of slippery because it's like a jewelry elastic, in this case, you can just crimp it and then that holds it. And I thanked Logan Dolls for several things. One is kind of showing me ways that I could string smaller things, because that enabled me to print and string a hand, which I think is actually just straight up in here at the moment. Yeah. So I bought like the jewelry
Oh, wow, yeah.
things, and I was able to do this because of the knowledge that I gained from them. So I thank them for that.
So is it like using crimps so you don't have to worry about tying knots, that kind of thing?
I think I might have done that in here, or I might have just tied that, but I didn't think to use this type of elastic. I wouldn't have known what to do, and it was very, very tight in there.
What elastic is the suggestion?
It just comes with the kit. It comes with the yeah. And then I also bought this offcast, which I'm going to have fun with.
Oh, what a cutie though!
For like $30 for this
ears.
offcast, and I'm going to
So
very
bad.
much look at how solid that faceplate is. Like, holy crud!
Mm-hmm.
And that's how nice and it is without magnets in. So
Yeah.
good. This is an offcast of what was the DollCon Dallas event exclusive, but DollCon Dallas told them that they were allowed to sell it elsewhere, any remaining stock. So I have that, and that's going to be fun. There's like some chipping at the bottom, but nobody's going to see that. Also, I can fill it and do whatever. There's some bubbling too, but I love it. It actually has a really neat texture to it, and I'm not sure if that was like intentional, but very fun. Very fun, very happy.
That's very cool.
All right, we got 30 minutes before.
Yeesh.
So we're going to go back to local center and, no, not local center. We're going to go back to window capture and get through our slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Magic and taxes, like I mentioned, with Angel Toast. And I have a face up by Illness Illusion. I don't have any face ups by Angel Toast. I don't even know if Illness Illusion is currently painting or not.
I don't believe they are. I haven't seen anything from them in a long time.
I was very happy to just see that Angel Toast is still doing. And their panel went both over kind of like how you do taxes as an artist, but also how to interpret the way that customers give you information and how to translate that into a face. And they said a lot of their conceptualization of like acting happens in the same way like a Disney animator like looks in a mirror and kind of those things. They'll find themselves making that same face as they're painting their doll. And
My
here we go.
Matchstick Boy was painted by Angel Toast, and it was an absolutely lovely.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, I've always really loved their work, and I have two heads I think that incidentally happened to also be painted by Angel Toast when I received them, and my Matchstick Boy was the only time I've ever done a custom like face up from an artist commission, and the way it happens was beautiful. What I got back was gorgeous. And I basically said like, Amano's art for Final Fantasy like that, and nailed it.
Yeah, sometimes, and they said they like sometimes getting really specific requests, but sometimes they like the joy of both something very specific and like this is exactly what I'm feeling, but they also like the open-ended things where you get like a broad stroke concept and then they can play within the concept. A lot of times when I went to panels, I sat on the end seat and I put Cloud on the side because otherwise I'd be like sitting in the chair with Cloud sitting in the chair and the chair sitting on me.
Chair on chair.
Yeah, and
yeah,
we didn't.
Or at least 2 chairs deep.
Yeah, so that's what happened, and it's like the wire was there anyway.
I love this B plot of the chair.
The chair was the B plot the entire day.
The chair is the B plot.
It didn't fit in the luggage with anything else. I finally found one bag that we owned that the chair would fit in. And here they were just going over like how with the same eyebrows but changing blushing, you can change how an expression changes, which is very cool. And they talked about
that's
like
so cool.
blood in the face and how blood floods the face a little different if you're older, younger, if when you're drunk, when you're happy, when you're scared, and how that all works out. I had to go to the bathroom.
So, just like having a cat in the bathroom with you.
Yeah, he had to be there with me. So he wasn't in the stall with me. I put him underneath the sink area, but yeah, he had
That's a lot of trust in the other people moving around.
I figured I would hear somebody in that corner. I couldn't quite see it, but I figured I'd hear. I'm like peeing, but also like
Maintaining awareness.
Yeah, but I think everybody was like very chill about it. So criticism. The line moderation in the beginning of the convention for people getting in was very good. The line moderation for the panel room that was entered by this area with a bunch of shops was a lot harder to moderate. So like it was by one of these doors. So if you see this red area here, it's kind of where you can walk through, and on the edge of each of these buildings there's a door there. So if there's this panel like here, all these people start building up here, and it starts building into this through pass. Eventually, some of the guys that were there as guards had us wrap outside the door and cling to the building. But for a lot of it, the repeat issue was it just built up there. How to fix that? Line stanchions, things like that. It's a little bummer because if people have dolls and things, it's going to be hard because you don't want to wrap the line outside in that case if there's bad weather in like April. You could potentially, if you hugged the stair and you had one volunteer up at the top of the stairs for where the line breaks and restarts, right? You could have it work that way. So you could do that. It should be mentioned that the panels were pre-reg via Google Form. So
that's a nice way to handle like lining up for something and maybe getting in or not getting in, is to already have that all decided. So you know that if you're going to a panel, you have a spot. That's not the piece you're worrying about.
Yeah. So, and one time when I saw all this happening, I'm like, I'm on the pre-reg list. I'm going to go get a drink because I'm dying of thirst, and there's like no water, like bottle filling station or anything that I can find around, and then come back, and which is what I did.
Yeah.
So, and towards the end, they realized the amount of space that the hall room could actually, the panel room could actually hold. And at that point, they would kind of just look at the volume of the crowd and be like, yeah, come in. And because they knew you were going to be fine. But really, just if we had the full capacity of that room lined up out here, it would need a lot of line management. So that's something that they can work on for year 3. The panels were, again, running late, to the point where the final raffle was 30 minutes later to account for the fact that the one panel started 20 minutes later. When I talked with one of the volunteers, they said what they want to do is they want to have shorter game shows and games in those panel rooms between, and make sure they're scheduled in between because those run shorter, which ensures that the people that need to set up for the next thing can get in there and set up earlier, which should
to stagger them so the
alleviate.
overrun can kind of balance itself out.
Which is the only way to do it otherwise, would be to just straight up schedule less programming, because you would have to schedule in
bigger buffer.
Right, a 15 to 20 minute buffer between each one, which would mean either your panel itself that was an hour is now 45, or you, by the end of the day, when you have, let's see, program and schedule, right? It would have mean met on this day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so we have 6 blocks, but then that would have been here. It's hard to visualize. It means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is math. So
I believe in you.
So if we did like an hour and a half, or even an hour and 15, right? For each one to ensure there's a 15-minute buffer, it would be 6 divided by 1.25, which would mean you could only have 4 panels that day instead of 8. And if we did a half an hour buffer for setup, like I see a lot, like anime conventions, that would be 6 divided by 1.5. Yeah, you're back at 4. So they fit 2 more panels in per day by doing this. So hopefully next year game shows will be thing. I want to build a game show clicker device for them.
Yes.
Because I looked at it and it could be like Raspberry Pi and a few little things, and I'm like, that's very approachable. And I can 3D print the pieces. Great. Child. Here's my cat. There's his butt. Everything's fine. Everything's great. I'm going to put the cap on my jersey.
The only real way to, it sounds like, to alleviate some of this is to have a second panel room, and then you could stagger them back and forth.
And there is 2 panel rooms, and there was 2 panel rooms, and then what you actually see right here, which was called the chill room, where a lot of the photo areas moved to. But yeah, and I have a video of that room later, probably.
Oh, a question come in from Louisa. Were there stations to get water, or did you have to go to a place outside the con to access water?
I did not see any places to get water, so I did in fact go outside the convention. Is this one a video? I guess not.
Another update from Salem Sisterhood is that the highlights on the Instagram will remain and show all the vendors as well as all the donations. So that won't be moving on.
Yay! But if you just want the text list, copy and paste or Wayback Machine. I thought I had a video, but maybe not. So I went to barbecue for dinner on day 1. And
heck yeah. Spam burger, hell yeah.
That is exactly what I got. They were out of a lot of things. So I mentioned I don't remember if I mentioned, but there was a comic convention happening at the same time as the doll convention. So we were a big co-conglomerate of nerds. A lot of people recognized Cloud when I was carrying around.
A lot of adjacency in these 2 hobbies.
Yeah,
one is the other.
There's a water fountain on the first floor near the public restroom. Yay. We should, next year, we'll mark that nearly big on the map. Did I even know? Does this have water marked on map?
I saw that in such a Jersey way. Get the water.
Water.
Get the woo.
And also,
if you're carrying a water bottle, restrooms, you can technically refill there, which would be...
That's also true, yeah.
Not possible. But that is a very good question about like public access.
Yeah, because I wasn't seeing it or knowing it, and then I was very seldom on the first floor.
So, how was the Spam burger?
It was good. It was kind of like a meatloafy kind of thing, or like a lentil loaf where a lot of stuff was kind of mixed in together. And it was very delicious. And it was soft and good. And it was with mustard, which made it very bright tasting and very fun. I loved it. That's the amount of tickets you got. White tickets were for smaller items, green for slightly bigger, and purple tickets for big old 1/3 scale or otherwise high-priced dolls, which you will see.
How did the raffle work? Was it you put into the object you were going for, or it was pull and you could choose?
Exactly like that. So the white tickets was such a big thing in order to save on time. They kind of knew how many items they had total and how many bottles they had. That one was just one big, you put into this one. And that was if you get called with your white ticket, you walk up and you grab what you want from the table, you take a picture, and you go down. And it was first come, first serve, essentially, by the what you get there. Then they recommended to put your name on the ticket. That way, when people were calling, it makes it a lot faster and easier to call out. And to their credit, they started at 2:30 and they ended at 4.
For as much as they had to go through, that's pretty impressive.
It was a very full table. And the downside is they were supposed to end at 3 so that the people... Because, well, they started a half an hour late, right?
Behind.
Because but what the bummer about that is that hour was going to be like the last hour of people shopping around. You could kind of shop around anyway as they called the tickets because it was in the same room. So it was fine and it worked out that way, but I think more people would have been shopping around during that time if the one actually ended and had remaining time.
Yeah.
This was second girl dinner, which is umeboshi and a Japanese beer. Because when we went to the first Friday, we got extra things. Very briefly, now that we've said all those things, we got the little $60 Logan doll, right? Somewhere around here. We got cute little stickers.
Oh, cute. I love Jules. It's a very good mascot.
We got a pin. We got a bag. So the pin, I think, was $5 or $10. Let me see. It's around here on the... I had things primed on this Instagram to what we were going to be talking about, and then I did a million things. Scroll up. So $60 for the Logan kit. And then let's see, somewhere here we should have the thing talking about what they have for sale, which is right around where they talked about the tickets. Panel workshop, sign-in info. It was very shortly. 1 week. No, before you go. Okay, here we go. So it was $125 according to that. So we got printed tote and enamel pin is $25 plus $60 for the kit, which will now at $85. Plus we have this tianba. Some people got rings, some people got necklaces. So I got an eyeball necklace. We'll say that's around $30 because a set of eyes is $40. So we're at $85 plus $30, which would be $110. We're almost already there. And let's see, the Angelphilia sold out before the end of the VIP hour. Resin 69
Isn't what surprised. We rarely get them on this coast.
Resin 69 ran out of their pre-made wigs, so they were mainly just doll wig styling by the end of it. Tianba sold down so much by the end of the first hour, I was struggling to find eyes that would fit Cloud. Right. So I had the extra printed head that I brought with, so I brought this head with me so I could fit eyes in and work around with it. So I would say, again, VIP was, again, this year, worth it. So
100%. VIP for the high demand tables is, if that is what you were there for, you're already preparing to spend a certain amount of money on the product. So the paying the extra to get, it's not a significant monetary outlay depending on what you're going for.
Yeah, and then in addition, right, you have a $5 ticket, then you had what was it? Two of these, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that. So these all added to the value of that too. So I would say, again, VIP bag was very worth it, especially from the way that everything was sold out.
Did you happen to notice how quick the little Juleses went? Because they are precious, and if I was there, I would have been hard-pressed not to want one.
I can't remember if it was end of day 1 or end of day 2, or around 1 o'clock day 2. Because I went, I know I went over on day 2 around 1 o'clock, and because I was like 2 minutes late to buy more tickets, and I remember when I looked, they were gone. I'm like, oh wow, you sold out, great.
Yeah, no, they are darling.
So that's end of day 1. This is beginning
Cake
of day
Mania.
2. Yeah, Cake Mania is a great name. um. Oh yeah, and not even mentioning that the weekend pass itself is $85, right?
Yeah. Well, Salem is updating beautifully.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
The 85 is weekend pass. So 2 days, 85. That's pretty standard convention fees. 125, so $40 more for VIP.
And we got all that
So
stuff.
15, pin 10, raffle ticket bundle 16.
Yeah.
Something around there as to their recollection. So in terms of like what you are getting when you pay 125 for 2 days worth of full access to all of the workshops, the panels, as well as all the events and game shows and all the opportunity to win things, but also that extra hour. It's $40 for an extra hour in the morning.
Yeah.
And depending what you're going after,
it will be gone. And it was gone.
It will be gone and was gone. I've been at Japanese events where the moment the doors open, people are beelining. And then 30 minutes later, empty. Ghost table.
Jewel sold out the first day by the afternoon. We had about $30. Thank you, Salem, for being here today. This is the best. We have a third co-host. It's great.
Yay! Well, who better to ask than a coordinator?
Yeah, this is so
Wow,
perfect. Thank you for being here.
30. Dang.
So
I'm so glad that they did so well.
This is just some of the vibes in the kind of the little makery area. There was right near here, there was like the leather making shop and the weaving and place and stuff. There was this place called Tadaima that the entire time it was open had a line for it, and it's like little cafe and bakery, but Japan style. And to the point where I'm like, second day, I'm like, come on, Jesse, you're gonna walk with me. I'm gonna sit you right here, and when that opens, you go get something yummy for yourself. And
I'm going to park you here.
And he said that the latte was to die for. And the cake that he had wasn't exactly to his liking, but it was okay. But the latte was really good. He liked it.
The coffee was good.
Yeah. The previous day I saw basically when people were in line, they were closing shop and they gave tickets to each person that was in line at that time so that the line couldn't continue to grow. But if you had been waiting, you would still be able to get in. Because it was only 2 people allowed at a time into the shop. Because it's tiny.
Wow. No wonder it's such a line.
Yeah.
That's a perfect like pop-up shop situation. Just to give you an update, I have about 10 minutes until it's 7 o'clock.
So this, I swear, is a movie.
You ain't crashing, Salem. You're invited.
I swear this is a movie. I know. Why is it not playing?
Is it being rude?
Let me just reload it. So something else. The thing earlier wasn't. Okay, so.
Oh wow! Here we are walking into the space.
Yes.
This is Sunday, right?
This is Sunday. So, Angelphilia is to the right, and there is nothing there. And then, can I play this at a faster speed? Because you said you have 10 minutes left, but this is a 16-minute video.
16-minute video.
But
well, you can also scan through. We can see this first walkabout. Oh, Kumo Kuku and Koryang are like secretly like little tiny grails for me, and knowing they were both there, I saw such beautiful pictures of that display.
What?
But I want a tiny little guy from one of them very much.
So
I love that diorama. I love that they brought it back this year.
And they said it does not pack flat. Does not pack flat. So they had to like the pillars come off and they have to put it up. So then when they store it, it kind of stores in the L format and then they have to bring it there. Yeah. Which is wild and a lot of dedication.
So wild here. Oh, look at these. Is that Tony's store that you just passed by there?
Oh my gosh, I got distracted. Of course Why is it showing the pause button
Look
on
at
it?
these beautiful things. Look at so many purple dolls that could have been mine.
Oh well, you guys will have to just suffer through the pause thing. Okay, wait. Okay, no,
Look at
the
all
pause thing
the
is not there
stuff.
anymore.
Light customization. I feel like I'm seeing a lot more diversity in the vendors.
Yes, because there's a lot more room for vendors, period.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Logan. All right. It continues to be Logan. Ah, yes, this is the photo you sent me.
Yes, and that's the
There was a
little
whole.
that's
How was that?
that's
Ready.
the offcast bin.
Hmm.
And I bumped my microphone. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Selma's saying it packs flat, but it screws together. We have a con storage.
Okay, that's a little better.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely adore small artist garage kit style packs. Oh, they whipped it off for you.
Yeah, they happened to come up right at that moment. I'm like, you could do a magical reveal. Because I was coming in. It was just like a few minutes after 9.
Oh, it's those little guys you were talking to me about.
Yeah, there were USDs very reasonably priced at 200. Older ones, so the resins all yellowed in various states, deserving of homes. Those were a very nice glass eyes at 100 each. That I was considering.
Look at those beautiful shoes.
Let's see. So a lot of that was kind of like the kind of yard sale thing that they had last year, which was I think that one was the one where it was mostly stuff from the volunteers and New York City kind of area collection to sell.
There was a full set that was this beautiful layered, like semi-fantastical that just went by that was so cool.
There is a lot of good stuff here, and
I am so impressed.
yeah, I think ideally I go through this fast enough that by the time I want to at least show you how much Tianba had left by this point. Yeah, 9:20 a.m. on Sunday.
Oh, is this the meetup area? That
Yes.
looks like it was in a nice kind of open way where it was really accessible.
Yeah.
Well, look at them all.
So I wish I could play this
Oh!
at twice the speed.
P-posters are there. I did see that they were attending. Cursed. I understand. I couldn't even summon the Furby word. My brain's like cursed.
Cursed in the most perfect of ways.
Wow. I like seeing. Oh, I want those little fairies. You just passed Ashnovia. Anyway, their fairies are great.
Yeah, that potion shop, I got some things from them, and like the one
They're so precious. Oh,
changes.
They do the thing?
It changes color when you shake it, which is cool. The green one's still green, but this one like
Fantastic.
turns gold, and which is fun.
I like the strategically placed labels on these.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, sometimes I hang out a few seconds in an area because I'm talking with a
You're just having a conversation.
right, and I'm like, that's one of the Adolphi Dream
Oh.
Boy sculpts, which is Dream Choice only, and I'm like, ooh,
That's hard. That was a hard pass for you.
Well, I had the
Salem
video.
is saying
It's-
the flea market is one seller who just happens to have a lot of high quality items for sale. She acquired a table because the vendor next to her canceled very last minute, so she ended up just expanding.
Okay, because I remember last year there was stuff that was from the group itself. That was a lot of high quality stuff altogether.
Well, while we're watching the walkthrough, since we're getting towards the end of our time, what are some of your like final thoughts or like big impressions as you've been at this event for the second year and seeing the way it's grown into its new space?
The new space was 100% needed. They still ended up with the natural light that they liked. It was a little dimmer on day 2 because of that, but on day 1 there was a lot of beautiful natural lighting to look at all these dolls and things with. Amazing venue, wonderful food, easy to get to via car. Public transit is a little harder because you get into the center of New York first and then you ziggy-zaggy over to Manhattan, and it takes a little while. So that all worked out very well. Hotels were good, high priced, but it's New York. What you gonna do? I think I paid like $300 a night before taxes and whatever. So woofadoofa. But I'm sure there's rooms where you can be with more people, and that'll help a lot. And really, it's so fun just being with a bunch of people. And the doll hobby, we've been living in a world where most of the time on the East Coast, right? Until this existed, we got to see a few extra ones in person when we go to an ancillary hobby thing, right? Occasionally, like, we'd see a bit at a convention or things like that, and you'd get to see a sculpt you haven't seen, or you get to go to a doll meet, and you kind of have mostly the same group together each time. So you can see, like, a little bit, and every time, once in a while, somebody will get something new. It's really just insanely fun for people. This is me shopping. We can...
I know.
A space studio. That's the person that had the Greek body that I love, that I'm videoing right here.
Oh my god, yes.
But like seeing all of these wonderful dolls in physical space, and not only the dolls for shopping, but all the owners' dolls, because everybody's hands was filled with not only their own doll, but all the shopping they had done, is so good. And then you got to talk to so many people, and if you are into the hobby and creating in any sort of way, you can go there and learn. I learned how to cut bangs on a doll. I learned how to tell if the heat is too high or low when I'm doing a doll. I learned about 3D sculpting, and I learned within the program, it was a different program, but I learned how to more from scratch work out double joints and everything, which I absolutely would not have been able to figure out on my own. It's
the opportunity to share knowledge that is so specific feels really precious.
It's
Dear Mind.
What?
I like Dear Mind. I think they're cute. I like their...
You said Dear Mind, not Do You Mind. I'm like, do I need to pause it?
No. I just saw the Dear Minds. I love their little dragon that they do. And I like their big cat people. Sorry, I got distracted.
No,
it sounds like you having access to the community is the biggest piece that was really like our hobby is such a analog hobby.
Yes.
Even though a lot of it takes place online, I know I have had this experience, and I know many people who've had this experience, that seeing them in a flat picture does not communicate the wonder and artistry of them. And it's only really revealed in person.
Yeah.
And to have the opportunity to like have that revelation in person, that's really cool and rare. And
to be able to try eyes into the thing that you need to have eyes on. I brought my one doll's head and just tried eyes into it. And I brought him and my F-26, and if you have clothes, to try on the clothes and to ask questions and to talk to artists and to even just thank artists.
Especially artists you've seen for a long, like if Angel Tiss was there, I would have loved to have been like, here's what you made for me, and let them have that joy. Like they mentioned in some of their social media, like the joy of seeing old friends that were dolls they have worked on.
Oh my gosh, that's gotta be like that. It's gotta be like seeing a baby, like your baby graduated.
For years, oh look, another bag.
Oh look, child, you're doing so great on your own.
Right, and like seeing them like as part of the parcel of like the destined division for the owner, like that's so cool. And being able, at events like this, my favorite thing is to go up to people and have those conversations. Willow's so cute. I love the little gear that they did.
I'm in love with this artist. It's the prettiest sculpted body I have seen since Fairyland.
Yeah. Oh, that's a high compliment from Becca.
Yeah, I love it. I love it so
yeah,
much.
I want the deer. I want the animal. I want that.
That was me trying to talk to them without getting them in. As much as possible, I tried to get faces not in camera because my programs I currently have for blurring out faces suck. So, meh.
So, unfortunately, I have to run. But this is... I would love to sit and watch the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I can... We'll get there. We can do a separate call eventually, but I'm gonna let it run through, and I'll do close out. But, Lindsay, thank you for coming. Enjoy your night, and then hopefully, if
Look at this. Wait, hold on. Before I say these little Oni ladies.
I love them
Hold
so
on.
much.
That
There's a
could have been- Yes.
pre-order for them.
Ah, this is so. I
There's a
wasn't even there, and I'm having trouble.
I know,
It's
because
not fair.
these
I'm
dragons.
not supposed to be affected. I wasn't there.
These dragons would be perfect
Oh.
for like
Wait.
a dragonborn character,
Who did the dragons? They're so cool.
and I can. If you line up this
I'm
video
so
with
distracted
the
right now. Trash Panda Prince? No.
if you
Yes?
if you line up this video with kind of like going forward and backwards, but if you line up the video with the map, the vendor map, you'll be able to tell. Also, I tried to get the everything. I didn't mean to get them eating,
sorry.
but I definitely 100% wanted to get their Sphinx. Next time,
they're so good. Their critters are so good. I love with these critters.
Salem's sister said, and actually no, Salem's Systemhood demanded, because there's 3 exclamation points and no question mark. Next time, join us. That's a command.
Look, I would like to. I just need to have all the things in the order. But I would have just been said, oh, Seed Arts does such cute things. I love their little resin people.
There's a way to fix this, Lindsay.
I understand this.
Is that you become a volunteer.
Oh, well, this is true.
And then you only have to worry about getting there.
Salem, for saving my life.
Pezzy Pixel Projects did the lizard guys.
All right, I do genuinely have to go, but not for lack of desire, just an abundance of commitments. But you did such a lovely job, and I am so glad you got to have such a good time and got to learn so much from the other people in the hobby.
Absolutely, and I'll miss doing our closeout, but that's okay. We'll get it on the next one.
Get it on the next one. But everyone, be good. Be nice.
Bye, Lindsay. Thank you for
Bye.
coming, and we did this
Thank
nice.
you for having me.
Yes, my wonderful co-host. Couldn't do it without you, except for these last 5 minutes.
Keep a budget, my friends. Bye.
Just gonna go like that. And we'll finish out the video here, and I'll do some self-narration. I wanted to make sure we got in and talked about this while all my memories were still fresh, and I even made a point to, I did lots of journaling for the whole process. This is where they were doing the haircuts and everything, which was really, really cool. I'll show afterwards. This is the remnants of the free paper on 9:20 a.m., which still has a good amount of stuff, more stuff at this point, at this time, than the previous day. And this person was actually putting basically unused clogs there, like, somebody will want these, certainly, which was definitely amusing. And then in a few seconds, we will move on to the donations that are on the table. There's more donations that were given out as prizes that we are not seeing here. We're going to start at this end. And this end is all the purple tickets. You see lots of bigger dolls and things like that. You can see the purple tickets in the jars. And then we get into the green ticket area. And there's lots of photos of this online. There's so much more people there and vendors there. And because of that, we ended up with a lot more media taken at the event, which is great. Because the problem I can see with this convention going forward is actually a problem of more people wanting to attend than the place has room. Yeah, next year, please no people-sized clothing or shoes or food on the free table. Okay. I can see us, so we have those, if we take over where the comic convention was, right, then we'll have a little bit more room. But still, in the end, everybody's going to be piling into one general space and area to do the, to do the raffles and things like that. And it's going to be increasingly difficult to do the people management portion of it. And I feel like that I think it was within a month or 2 months that the tickets sold out. And I think as the word gets out at how wonderful this is, we're going to have many more people that want to go than actually go. And that was shown this year through the fact that even on the official website, that and on socials, people were trying to scam. They were trying to scam by selling tickets that were fake tickets. There was a way to transfer tickets, which you had to, in conjunction with a person you were selling to or transferring to, send an email to the convention, and they could do the change themselves. And they said you are not allowed to sell the ticket for more than you paid for the ticket. But there were people scamming them, and I can see this being a problem in the future as well, just because there's going to be more people that want to go than tickets that can be sold. I mean, it happens everywhere, anime conventions and a lot, but I didn't see or hear as much of that in the first one. Briefly through the rest of the photos and things here. That was just me checking a few other things, but there was one video this is a video. This is a brief sweep of the chill room. Lots of chairs, places to sit, and more of the photo areas. So this was one other area. I could see this in the future being used as a smaller workshop or panel room. But then the question goes, how many photo areas is appropriate, and where can you put them for a doll convention? Because you still want that. It's like, where do you put all the things? Where do you put all the things? Here is our view on day 2. I regretfully didn't take a nice picture on day 1. That goes out, and if you really zoom in, right there, there's our Liberty view. Right there. There's the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, the chill room was a kind of combo photo room, and every time I went in there, people were generally pretty quiet, which was nice. But either way, it supported a lot less people volume than the halls or the large room itself. These were just some interesting bodies that were being sold at the seller that was selling the Blith. Apparently, they look like A-Zone bodies to me, and apparently it's what they use to upgrade the bodies for the Bliths. Jeopardy board. Oh, I wish Lindsay was here. We'll have to talk about it later. These were the categories this year. Vendor, items or icons, bulks, general, hobby, trivia, vinyl, and Korean doll brands, which was fun. And that was so fun. This is an image of the divider that divided the 2 rooms. The downside about that and that divider is that it didn't really cut all the sound out one room to another. As you can see, there's more area on the top of that. So you're not going to have a complete closeout, and if one room was being loud at the end of a panel because the other one ended before the other or something like that, you could hear the sound in the other panel. So it was important to do room clears if one panel ended early so that people wouldn't be chatting in the room and disrupt the other panel, which is fine and totally doable. It's just you have to inform the guests, like, hey, we need to do a room clear so we keep noise down, which worked out just fine. Here's Ophelia enjoying Jeopardy. A $500 question. So if this one comes up next year, you can cheat. This I actually didn't know much of because I don't know much about Angelophilia. I mean, I've seen Angelophilia, and I know of Angelophilia. I didn't realize there were as many head sculpts as they have. Picture of Logan Jaws as I was proxy shopping for Lindsay. And just more pictures of the vendors, and just this whole couch setup that they were there last year, and it's just so grand. This is, which meetup was this one? Let's see, it was at 11:14 a.m. So, should be program and schedule. Fairyland and MSD meetup, which I was thinking of doing. And I'm like, let me just shop more and then also get food. This vendor is so cool, and I wanted one of these so bad. They had kits, and I just didn't have enough money for the kit, but it was so good. And then we get into the Volks meetup, which just is a big old show. Oh, come on. Bonk. Reload. Work, darn you. Might just because there's a lot of resources being used right now on my computer. There's so many sculpts there. Of course, there's Malia. Look at this cool custom. Actually, I think was that the frog they made? But it looks like a custom too. The Super Dolphy meaty? No, Super Dolphy cute. There was one that was a frog that was the Super Dolphy cute. Just like so many. So good. There was this shark, and I don't know why he was there, or she. I can't tell genders on sharks very well. Nor did they tell me their pronouns. And they just stayed in the subway the entire time, and I loved it. It's kind of like street sharks, you know? And here we go again with the large crowd around during waiting for the panel to open. And here you can see how it's like a throughway. There's the opening. There's the throughway hallway, which we were doing our best to keep out of the throughway hallway as much as we could. But as we came towards the back here, it came more and more towards both the doors themselves and also towards the stairs. And then as we look here, you get to see all of these stores in the area, including there's like a game room. There was a place for archery, I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Brocksmith, Brooklyn Cura, that was the sake, which was delicious and amazing. And that's Ophelia's new shoes. Because I brought her specifically because I own like no heels for these heel legs. So I made sure to bring her. This was the last panel I went to, and basically one of the last panels of the convention, which was from 69 Resin, explaining to us how to cut and style doll hair and things to know, and things they learned from being an aesthetician and cosplayer and smushing all those ideas together for making hair at a doll scale work, which is so good. So much knowledge, which is really great. One last look into the chill room. You can see the volume of people there right at the end. The panel ended. It actually ended almost on time. They'd happened to have a smaller slide deck, but we had a larger amount of time for questions, which was great. And I did manage to get a few pictures, of course, of Ophelia, including the one that's the thumbnail. Here we go. The pre-order for those lovely little Oni girls is Studio Beatamin. And I love it. It's so good. I'm sorry, Lindsay, you weren't here. You'll watch this later and you'll be screaming into the void. I know you will. Don't worry. Insert Lindsay's scream of ah here. You know what? You can hear her in your mind's eye. So freaking cute, so good. Basically only works with bangs. And then Bella Bugs is that amazing sculpted body that I said looked so pretty. I felt like it's the first body I looked at and I was like, ooh, since I've like looked at Fairyland sculpting. I mean, there's a lot of ones out there, but there's like, I don't know, sometimes you just click with a sculpting style or feel or things. And when I talked with the artist, they said they actually have a lot of love for that brand too. So when they looked at that brand, they also like felt like, basically it was one of their inspirations, not copying, inspirations. So like when you like something, it tends to show up a little when you're doing your art. Like I like old Delphs, so Cloud ended up with a very Delph pointy nose, right? Like that's kind of how things happen, because you use things you know to guide you in the right direction, especially as you're trying new things. This was the amount of eyes left at Tianba at 2:16 p.m. on Sunday. I saw people trying to check in like halfway through the day on Sunday. Like they had a ticket and they were trying to check in. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you here to shop? Are you here for the vendors? What are you going to get done in half a day? Oh no. This, of course, when was the last time you touched grass? And DOA 2006 to 2026, of course. That's a whole other subject. That's a whole other episode. We'll get there. These purchases that I made, which I showed. Okay, reconnection is a success. I'll give it a few seconds to make sure it's like playing. Okay, we're good. So this is the amount of space that was, these were all people waiting for the tickets to be called. It took up a lot of it, but the volunteers did a bang up job making sure that there was pathways to the exits and pathways to the bathrooms as this was happening. So this crowd, it looks like a lot of people, but they managed it so that there was pathways. Everything was able to be easily heard. And at the same time this was all going on, the rear end of the vendors and everything you could easily see and get to. So, oh, no sound, huh? So you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? I turned it off and on again. We'll figure this out in a second. I'll wait for a few minutes. Controls, stop streaming and broadcast, audio mixer. Tell me if you can hear me. Oh. It's live, it's loading, it's problem. Let me do stop streaming. We'll see if that fixes it. See if that fixes it. All right. Can I tell? Can you guys hear me? Hello out there. So I stopped and restarted the stream. So maybe that will help. Maybe changing C, still no audio. Let's see, I can unplug and plug it back in. See if I unplugged it and plugged it back in. Checking now. Still no audio. This was after I unplugged and replugged. No improvement on your end. Okay. Let me think. I can use 3 hidden. I can mute, unmute the Razor camera. Can you hear me via the Razor camera at least? I know it's not as good audio. Test, test. Seeing if this works. Na da do 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 do. Has a few minutes to wait. Should be on that audio now. I haven't heard anyone say it got better. Oh, you know what? I can just. Has a few minutes to wait. Oh, okay. I'm hearing myself on the iPad, which means it got better. Okay, it got better. Okay, we'll finish off like this with the Razor camera, and I'll just make sure when I go to window capture, do we still have Razor camera input? We do. We do. And we should be, which means it got better. Okay, it got better. I'm going to make sure when I swap scenes, it's still working via my tablet. Test, test, test. I have to wait for the delay to finish. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay. So what I was just saying was that the volunteers did a great job of managing this crowd, which is amazing. So they managed this whole crowd, ensuring that there was safe pathways for exits and safe pathways to the bathroom. And you can see most of the crowd kind of piled into the center aisle here. But everything was good and safe and controlled, and you could hear and see everything, and it was perfectly fine, which was great. Thank you all for being here, because I swear I would not have known, because according to what I was seeing, I was still having audio. So I'm just gonna put this on at the bare minimum, and hopefully you won't see it. So finished up the day, last few pictures here, another leggery. Can't have enough leggeries in your life. Cosplay, of course. Gotta take pictures of the cosplayers. No pictures without consent, I did ask. It's amazing, beautiful. Here's the purchaser of that Greek body from I think it was Moonlit Studio. So beautiful, so amazing. And finally, when I got home, my cat, the same cat that's been prodding his butt to you the whole time, decided he had to be on my lap instead of the doll. Sat right on top of the doll. Sat right on top of Ophelia, unfortunately. She's fine. And just because, obviously, I left him alone for 2 days, and this is crimes. This is absolute crimes. It's fine, because he was being too cute about it. Here is the haul. So you can see the disembodied head. I lost the purple stub, but you can get the idea. Got a cool keychain, too, from Ethereal Doll to adding to the value of that VIP bag. Lots of little jewelry items, which is really fun. These little clips, sticky tack from Denver Doll, little hair ties. This might sound very silly and simple, but I was very, very, very excited to get this retracting measuring tape. Huh. Salem Sister says still no audio, but getting audio via my iPad. Try refreshing. Yeah, try a refresh. It should fix that right up. Yay! You can hear me again. I was complimenting you on you didn't get to hear me compliment you on you and the volunteer group on crowd management during the raffles. Did a great job. So that side is all the free stuff. This side is all the paid stuff. Um, three pairs of eyes from Tiamba, including the one pair which maybe I'll get something to fit them eventually, or maybe I'll sell them. This A-Zone vinyl head, which it has a very unique eye shape, and I'm excited to like heat it up, cut out the eyes, and see how that feels. I don't know if it's designed to have the eyes cut out, but it's never stopped me before. We'll figure it out. 3 pairs of shoes. I was on the lookout. These were the only pair of shoes that I got that were like a leather base, because I'm just so tired of things disintegrating on me. But these 2 were fabric based, so they should stay good for a long, long time. This wig was a little too small. There was another wig up here. I got 8 for $5 each from Denver Doll. Denver Doll actually took more of my money than Tiamba did, mainly because I bought $40 worth of silicone head covers. Go figure. And we should have come on. It likes to not use the videos. I'm probably just using a lot of my computer's processing power, which is what's going on. In addition to all those goodies that were in the bag, we also got these lovely little cards and info over here, which I preserved in video, which I guess I could have just done live, but there was also the part of me that just wanted to clear out things so that I could like. There's so many pieces of paper and everything, and I just wanted to have everything as clean as I could by the time, and actually pack up to the point where I had to like undo things so I could bring this stuff over. And of course the one that fell down, which was Artist Doll Expo, saved the date. And there's our date. And then bonk. There we go. The slow video. This is about the time we originally thought we had today. We thought we had till 7:30 with Lindsay, but 'twas not the case, which is fine. Lindsay is like me, and she like overbusies herself. That's a little pookie wig, which is looking very adorable on my girly. Those pants are currently on. It's very hard to get pants that fit Delph girls, and I am so incredibly happy to have these pants. Just so very, very happy. Like, Tempest has pants. It sounds so simple, but just pants that fit. Actually, no, it's not. All the girls know the tragedy of finding pants that fit. Finally, we get to see the fruits of the labors after I unpacked and redid everything. Elizabeth and her new eyes. The way my cat looks at me saying, "You're not going to work. I miss you too dang much. How could you do this to me?" The following morning, I went to work. Jesse's chilled at home. Here's that wig on my Pookie-sha. And in sunlight, the eyes from Tiamba are so beautiful. And she needed the smaller irises, very much so, with these smaller openings. And it's an F26 head, Bulk's F26. And they just started releasing 18mm eyes and full choice service with an option for a smaller iris. Like, I swear they did it like 5 months after I got her, which I wouldn't have been able to do anyway because they decommissioned her like the month that I got her. That's life sometimes. And there's very little gapping. It's part of the reason why I like silicone eyes. But the Tiamba eyes are mostly kind of low dome, so they fit in the eye well very easily without much issue. Tempest in her pants, I just showed you that. And Cloud too, finally I found him new blue-green eyes that look lovely. Very good. Very happy that that all worked out. And of course, Jem/Jarek. Why would I not buy? I technically did buy a doll, just not at the convention. What am I gonna do? More cat complaints were a result of this whole process. And I made a post stating that with all the information from all the artists and the panels and everything, this was kind of an accurate version of the enlightenment that I had gained from the convention. So yeah, I learned so much, and I'm so excited to start sculpting again once I'm done with this whole Otakon project thing. So yeah, like I undid it, but Otakon. Once again, if you weren't here earlier, if you go to otakon.com and then you go to attend cheat sheet and you scroll down, you're gonna hit the dollhouse, bonk, and this will, there we go, this should, well, kind of, yep, show you all the stuff coming up at Otakon that we're helping put on, because the East Coast can't have enough doll programming. You're going to get a lot more cool things at a doll convention that's just for dolls, but we're going to do our best to bring more people into the hobby, because all these artists need more people that will buy from them, of course, right? I'm just helping. I'm helping. We're going to call it that. And then I have to readjust this. And finally, moral of the story is I just, silly little shill, but if you're interested in any of these things, they're basically on eBay. Because, yeah, I did buy that Chimiko body from the my line mate. Yay. So, back to the subject at hand, though. Let's see, I should be able to make this fit better if I do the half. Maybe? Nah, it doesn't size down nice. That's fine. We're gonna bonk. So for our convention here, I'm excited to attend next year already. I can't wait. I really can't wait. They did such a great job this year. Still some of the issues that were with last year with panels running over and things like that, but everything was well managed to the point where the convention ended on time, which is very good. Some line management improvements, yes. That is the worst I can say for this convention, which is pretty amazing. And it's not like other conventions don't have line management issues and panels that go late. Like, that's really, really, really good. They did an amazing job, and I would go to this every single year now. And I want to figure out maybe if I can get there via public transit, but driving in was really not bad when going directly to Brooklyn from the Philadelphia area. So also maybe I don't care much. I'm curious what the hotels were like in the L versus the other one. The VIP badges were 100% worth the cost of them. And in comparison, right, if you buy like an $85 just weekend badge, you don't get all those goodies. But if you add up all the cost of the goodies, you get to like that $125 value anyway without even getting a ticket in there yet. because of everything that everyone donated. All the prizes were donations. Everything on the table was donations. So thank you to not only all the volunteers and everybody that made it happen, but also to everybody that donated things to have prizes and things for this convention. When you're a small convention, small amount of people working on all this stuff, that's a part of the budget that can go into other things like the venue and food for the volunteers and all these good important things. And I want to say thank you to Salem Sisterhood for being here today and being our fact checker / honorary honorary third co-host today. And thank you to all the convention committee and all the volunteers that put this convention together, because it was even more fun this year than it was last year. Granted, last year I did a panel, which made it more stressful, but maybe next year I'll do a game show, because we need more game shows to put in between the other panels, right? So, maybe Family Feud? Doll Family Feud? What do you think? I just need to find 100 doll people to interview. That shouldn't be that hard, right? So as you're budgeting in your hotel, transportation, oh yeah, thank you, Salem Sisterhood. And I'm so glad. I really, really enjoyed. I actually told the organizers that this year I really wanted to go as a pure attendee and have the pure attendee experience, so I could really speak to the feeling of that and be kind of like a third party observer, right? And give the honest feedback and things like that, because some people give feedback in a good way, some people give feedback in a Karen way. And I mean, I'm sorry for everybody that was named Karen at birth, but that name has so much luggage to it now. And I want to be the person that gives feedback in a constructive, open, good way that is productive and gets people thinking. And some things you can fix, right? And some things you can't. You're always going to have more people that want to come to this convention. Right? And really fast, the convention got on figuring out how to spread the news about the fake ticket sales, and really fast found a way and described the proper manner to change over those tickets. I can't name a thing that they weren't and everyone there cared so much, and everybody there is hyped for dolls. Okay, I could go on about this forever, but let me get back into this. Thank you, Salem Sisterhood, for being here. Thank you, Lindsay, who has disappeared into the void. Oh yeah, I can be in the center. Thank you to my doll crew for traveling with me. Thank you to the local comic store for having a doll before the convention started. And oh, dearie me, as you try to calculate all together what you will need next year for your ticket, potentially VIP ticket if they're still available, your gas, your parking, your hotel room, your food, please remember to keep on collecting dolls, but keep a budget. Thank you, Salem Sisterhood. I know I just did the outro, but I'll read these comments too, just because I know they're hard to read on my totally DIY YouTuber setup. Final words from Salem Sisterhood. I've been doing this backwards the whole time, haven't I? Oh well, that's very me. It's truly a labor of love for this hobby and community. We work all year on this event. We couldn't do it without everyone's support from my other staff members, volunteers, donors, and attendees. So thank you all. See you next year. Keep on collecting dolls and going to doll conventions, but keep a budget.
Have a good night, East Coasters.